Hello, parents. Welcome to Mrs. Butler's ninth grade lit class. In this slideshow, I'll be able to give you some information about the year upcoming and some information about how our class operates, and hopefully you'll get to know me a little better. First, a little bit about me. This is actually my 11th year teaching language arts, but it's only my second year at Cambridge. I grew up in Texas, but I've lived all over the country, in New York and Philadelphia and Connecticut, Texas again, all different kinds of places. This is actually my third career. I started out at Christie's Auction House in New York and Philadelphia, and then I had kids and stayed home with my kids for some time and had a career in the PTA. And then my third career, I started teaching as a substitute teacher. And then I was a long-term sub, and I realized at the end of my long-term sub job, I didn't want to give the class back. So I knew that teaching was for me. So I then went back and got my master's at Georgia State University in teaching, and I've been teaching ever since. So this is truly my passion. I have my Bachelor of Arts from the University of Texas in English Literature, so I'm a bona fide word nerd. This is what I do. I love words. I love everything about them, and that passion is brought over into my teaching. We are going to be using the Readers Writers Workshop model in language arts this year. What that means is there will be a lot of choice in what the students read. There will be some required texts for sure, but there also will be a lot of opportunity for choice. As you may have already learned, that your child will be reading a book of their choice during the school day, and I'm encouraging students to read as much as possible. To be honest with you, the more students read, the better their vocabulary is, the better they comprehend, the more they think about their reading, and if they're enjoying it, they will do more of it. So I'll go on the next slide and tell you a little bit about how our weekly schedule will work, but I've really found this model of a lot of choice in what you're writing about and a lot of choice in what you're reading really produces better readers and writers. So the way our structure is going to work, on Mondays through Thursdays, I start every day on those days with a word of the day. And usually these are like high-end SAT type words that I want your child to begin to own. And I do this in sort of a non-threatening way. Every day they get down the word of the day in their notebook. And about every 2 to 3 weeks, we will have a quiz on the words of the day, but it's open note. So if you've been getting down the word of the day every day, you've got those words and definitions, and then that's 2 times that you've encountered that word. We then will try to write with those words and even use some of those words in class, and research has shown about 3 to 4 times of exposure to a word and you begin to own it. So I like to try to get those, it's almost like sneaking the vocabulary in a non-threatening way, and I usually kind of pick engaging words. Then I will do a book talk, or one of the students will do a book talk, which is where basically I will stand up and say, this is why you would love this book, this is what it's about, etc., etc. Again, the students are also going to be starting to take over those book talks. Then there will be time to read, generally 10 minutes. Again, I find that gives them time to get far enough into the book to be intrigued and to want to know more, and they really enjoy it. They've really gotten to develop that habit and that stamina through that time. Then there will be a mini lesson on what we are doing that day, and then I give them time to work on their project. The structure is obviously subject to change as the unit demands. Sometimes, obviously, if it's a test day, we don't have the book talk, etc., but that's our general schedule. On Fridays, it's a little bit different. We'll have the word of the day or a word of the day quiz, usually every 2 to 3 weeks. And a journal write based on your choice novel, and that is the way that they're going to be engaging in a deeper way with whatever they've chosen to read. Then there will be the mini lesson and time to work like the normal days. What do we need from you? If you have not already, please fill out the emailed form acknowledging that you're aware that students will be selecting their own books. I cannot possibly read every book that they select, and every child is different and every family is different. You know your child best. So check in frequently to see what your child is reading, and encourage space and time to read at home. Reading outside of class is really mostly the only thing I'm asking students to do for this class. So giving them time and space and encouragement to read at home. Again, it's a choice novel, and most of them have them in their backpacks with them. So, but again, just acknowledging the fact that you are aware that they will be choosing books, and I'm not choosing them for them. They are choosing whatever they want to read. I would like to thank you for your attention to this presentation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me, or you can put them into the meeting chat. And I look forward to working with your children. Thank you.